What's up guys, my name is Jared Kaufman. Today we're here in this basement on this new build that we're going to be framing out here. It's roughly around 1,600 square feet and pretty much the entire thing is going to be finished except for a little about 80 square footage of storage space. So we got it snapped out with the clients last week and all laid out. We've got all of our door layout, we've got all of our trenches cut to run new plumbing. And that means it's time to start framing today. So our material should be here soon, and then we'll load that all in here, and yeah, we'll start making away. Alright, so we're going around and we're measuring our distances from the concrete up to the ceiling, and we're writing that on the foundation walls all the way around because the concrete surfaces aren't perfect. So this lets us see what our variance is. For us, we have to do floating walls, if you haven't seen it before, due to expansive soils causing upheaval in the concrete, and basically we want to leave our walls independent of the slab so that way in case of any ground deflection it doesn't push up the rest of the house and end up wrecking things in a more serious way. So that's why there's so many beams, because the house itself sits on those beams and all of these walls are essentially going to be hanging from the ceiling instead of holding up the ceiling. Alright, so since 105 is our shortest stud number, I'll put this detail up right here as well, but we basically have to have a minimum of 2 inches of space between the treated plate on the bottom and the bottom plate of the wall. So what we're going to do is subtract the amount for our plates. There's going to be 3 plates, one on the concrete, one on the bottom of the wall, and one on the top of the wall. That'll be 4.5 inches. And then we have the 2-inch air gap that's required as well. So now we're going to make that 6.5 inches. So I'm going to take 105, subtract 6.5 inches. That gets me 98.5. And then that'll be our stud number for this whole basement. And the gap can be bigger than 2 inches, but it can't be smaller than 2 inches. So that's why we pick our shortest number and go from there. Our material is delivered. Now I like to send our material down through window wells whenever we're doing basements. Saves the interior. Goodness knows I'm not good at bringing material down and not hitting drywall. So what we're gonna do is I'm down here, and Jason's up there, and he's gonna drop the studs down here. Perfect timing. Please don't shatter the window. Beautiful. All right, so the electrician is here. He's gonna get this moved to here so that way we can cut this wall off at that chalk line. So this is gonna go there, but what that means for us is that it's gonna be dark down here while he moves that. So we're gonna bust out a light so we can still see, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, well, 6,000 pounds later and a lot of material, we are officially all brought in. And of course we did it in the dark while the electrician moves the panel. Used to be here, now it's here. He's making quick work of that. So we're gonna go eat some food and then we're gonna frame this whole thing in 2 hours. Yeah. All right, we are back from a much needed lunch. So as you can see, we have a wall going here, and if you follow that line up to the ceiling, it's right between 2 joists. So what we need to do is we need to add in blocking between these 2 joists at 2 foot on center all the way across, so that way our wall has something to nail up into, but so that there's also drywall backing when they come back to drywall the ceiling. So now the other thing that we can do is we can start putting our green plate down. So I'm gonna start spreading this all across the whole basement, kind of roughly where it's gonna go, and then I'll be cutting those as close to in place as I can. I'm gonna try to cut as much as I can first before I start nailing it all. Just helps stay a little bit more efficient doing all of one stage before moving on to the next one. All right, so this wall is framed up. So now what we need to do is get our lines on the ceiling where we're gonna stand this. So do you have your laser? And then we can just go just like this. And we wanna hit that joist. Bingo. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'll work. All right, so we're finishing up our first day. We got our materials stocked, got some plates down, layout. Kind of see how that's looking so far. Good first day for sure. We're just gonna sweep this place up, make it look pretty for the weekend, and then we'll be back here making some noise on Monday.
You guys don't plumb your walls.
Because I'm not a plumber. It's got to go that way. You're not doing anything.
I was.
Oh yeah. Just push it a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah. More that way. All right, so we're about 3/4 of a day into our second day framing. We've got a bunch up, as you can see, which is awesome. I love having a crew that knows how to throw it back. Yeah, we're doing this drop ceiling here to cover up this HVAC and plumbing. That's what Ethan's throwing in right here. So yeah, our windows, we framed these just to the sides, and then we wanted to frame around them in place just because the concrete's not perfect, but this lets us match it a lot more accurately, gets us a better product in the end. So that's why we're doing that. You can see we're walking through here. It's a big bathroom. We got that cut up so the plumbers can do their thing. Bedroom here. It's a nice big closet here. And we're probably gonna adjust this door size a little since it's a bigger closet, but we need to still confirm that with the homeowners. Yeah, it's coming together. Not bad for a day and a half. All right, so we're all wrapped up with the framing down here. Basically like 2.25 days, because the first day was a couple guys and we had a full crew for the last 2 days. But we got done a little early, so it's pretty cool. Got our drop ceiling all the way across, got our wall moved out, you can see. So this continues all the way to there. This whole area is storage. Bedroom here. They're gonna saw cut a new window in there. We basically added 3 bedrooms to this house. Washer and dryer recess, bedroom number 2, bathroom, and bedroom number 3. And then there'll be doing a kitchen area over here. There's gonna be a kitchen island here. That's what this trench is for. They can run their drain over to there. The reason we framed this flat like this is because they're actually gonna do cabinets across here. And trying to work the cabinets into that would have been a little tricky. So we decided to leave that open. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is how we did this drop ceiling over here. So it's necessary to have fire blocking in basements, which basically means we need to isolate the wall airspace from the ceiling airspace. So what we did, you can see there's no blocking in that, but there is a rip of plywood up there. So how that works is once this gets sheetrocked against here and against the ceiling, air can't get into that ceiling cavity because it's sealed off with plywood. So the wall will be totally isolated like this, and the ceiling will be totally isolated. And then everything else, since it's all below the drop ceiling framing, is isolated automatically because the drywall from both sides will act as an isolator. And a lot of people give this framing a lot of flack, but it is incredibly strong. I mean, I can kick it, I can't move it, I can pull it. It feels strong like a normal wall, if not even stronger, honestly. And it's totally strong. Like I can hang from this door header, doesn't even sag or anything. So it's totally solid, it's up to spec. That's how it's engineered here in Colorado, so it's nothing to worry about. But all that said, I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching along with us. If you want to see some more of this basement, getting drywalled, flooring, all that fun stuff, stick around. I'll try to post some stuff about that. Be sure to follow us on Instagram as well. We tend to post stuff daily to see updates of projects and just other funny stuff. I don't know. We don't take it too seriously. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one.